Alright, so I got into a discussion with one of my patrons, Jesse Kiefer, over at Growlick's podcast. Definitely check out his podcast. He and his friends are amazingly funny and fun to listen to. So, it was a little bit about flatting, and I'm going to do this freehand as far as like holding the camera and everything, so it could get pretty exciting. And I think I will use my mouse instead of everything else. But here I have my inked image. And yeah, there we go. That's going to be the excitement today with the freehand stuff. Okay, a little closer. There we go. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint. Just I got my layer of ink here, and then I have the pencils below. I'll just click those on real quick so you can see my pencils were below, my messy pencils that don't look anything like what I ended up with. So click on the eye, make those go away. And then I usually do it from underneath, so go down. Well, actually I don't do a vector layer, so let's get rid of that. Just do a new layer. And then, so I got my new layer. And sometimes I will actually go ahead and select the entire image and fill it underneath. But in this case, I am not going to, just for right now. Actually, no, I will. So, come up here and grab that. So we're gonna referring just to the edited layer is fine. So make sure that you go back down here and do that, and then click on the outside. And it looks pretty good. So the little blinky line is around everything, but not on the inside of anything, so that's what I want. Maybe a little bit of confusion down at the bottom, but actually that's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a neutral color that I can use for this. That'll be good. And then I'll go ahead and go back to my other layer and fill. But that was wrong, so let's undo that. And I'm going to invert it. So you go down here and you invert the selected area, and you go over and then you fill. So now I got my creature here completely filled. Alright, so I unselect. And come over here, and this is actually how I do a lot of my stuff, so it's probably better that I show you how to do this. So again, another new layer, but then I come up and I click on this little bucket, and that means that this layer will only mess with this layer. So I'll give you an example. I'm just going to grab this, a brighter color. Then you will see that it stops. So I can't kind of go off the edge and mess things up. It's nice. But for the rest of the flatting, I will use the bucket for flats. And down in here, you can see area scaling. I will click that off right now. And then you can do that and color margin and that kind of thing, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And I'm going to refer to other layers, so that way it will register within this. And I'm going to give this guy some Nice blood red eyes. So now you can see what's hard to see. Let me see. Well, that one just worked fine. So I'm trying to figure out how to show anti-aliasing issues that were being discussed. So we are going to go like this. Hopefully within this one, kind of see, I'm not having the issue right now, but I am underneath the layer, and I think some people try to go on top of it or on the same layer. And if you do that, then it's not going to work like you want it, I don't think. And these are just the flats, so don't worry. So now, going back to where this only affects the layer below, I can come in here with, this is actually with the mouse, so, and I can come in here and do some correction and not worry about going over the edge. Back and do that. Now, if I was having problems, like you can kind of see right here, there's a little bit of an issue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back down. Okay, area scaling's been on. That's why it's not having issues. Okay, let me try this again. So area scaling off. Did that. So you see that it's going to be doing stuff like that where it just misses a little bit. Go back and turn the area scaling back on, and it's going to expand just a little bit, and then you don't have that problem. So there's a lot less cleanup to go back and fix. So that's pretty fun, and that's essentially the way that I do it. Yeah, not really much more to it than that. And then of course I come back and then I continue drawing as I'm working on the pieces, just because, I don't know, that's just kind of the way things always end up working for me. I'm not able to just, I work pretty much traditionally within the parameters of a digital image, which doesn't make much sense at all. But yeah, so that's it. That's what I do. I hope this was helpful to you, Jesse, and anybody else that's been watching. And I'm gonna get to it and finish this image up. And thanks again. This is Chris from, whoa, that was my finger, from R10 Creations, signing off.